that pervades everything.
Yo, what up, people? We are back for week 5 on I Stand on That podcast. We got a special guest in the house. Y'all might have seen him before. And then we're going to get into some topics as well, but we're going to basically do some introductions. I'm glad you guys are here with us. Listen, as we always say, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us today. So, as I'm always been told, you don't do any introductions whatsoever, because guess what? You're going to mess it up. I'll introduce myself. I'm Mr. Daily Insight, Mr. Dade County here himself, and I'll let Mr. Deep Eyes going to get into his intro. So, fire away, man.
What's good, folks? This is your boy Deep Eyes representing my brand, Hard Road, which is topical because, we got a guest on here that's going to talk about the work that he's been doing and the people he's been impacting. And so, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a wonderful day today. It's a beautiful Sunday. And I think that we have a really good show today, especially what we're going to be talking about since it's so topical as to what's going on in the world, especially in recent news. And so, like Mr. Daily Insight said, we got a really good one coming today.
All right. Well, but without further ado, I'm not going to get into it, guys. Make sure you actually follow us right now at all our platforms. I Stand on That podcast, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all those platforms, Twitter, you name it, we're there. So without further ado, we're going to give a round of applause right now for our special guest today, basically Irockshirts. So how are you doing today, sir?
What's going on, fellas?
Good. If you can speak up a little louder so we can hear you.
Y'all can't hear me. Hold on.
That's it. Turn me up in the headphones. I'm
just saying. Yo, what's going on? Y'all all right? Y'all good?
Hey,
good to be back with y'all, boys. DA wasn't on my first show, so it's good to have DA.
Yeah.
DA skipped the first show. Yeah. Hey, still got shirts and all. But he skipped that. But so it's good to have DA.
All right, good. All right,
I'm Gates, man. The brand, of course, y'all heard Irockshirts. That's the brand. I just put the website down in the private chat, Irockshirts.com. IG is @_Irockshirts. Y'all hit me up, man, and we'll get into everything down the line.
All right, that's what we're talking about. So I'm excited for a lot of different reasons, guys. We got someone black-owned clothing brand, just like what's this guy's name is, whatever his name is, rapper and everything, and talk about a black man having his own brand, right? So we always talk about supporting black, and that's the main thing. But we're gonna get into some questions because I got a few questions I want to kind of run down. And first off,
don't stop, pop that pussy, let me see your doo-doo brand.
That's what we talk about. He bringing the sounds and everything. Dade County, Mr. 305 man himself. So, first question: how did you end up basically starting or making T-shirts? Like, what was the foundation with you making your T-shirt? How did that all start? Why T-shirts?
That was never a plan. T-shirts was never ever a plan. It was never in the I never wanted to sell shirts. I never wanted to make them myself. I always supported other businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like I would see a dope shirt, and I didn't matter how much it cost. I would buy it, like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, we got this shirt, And I would never tell anybody because I wanted to be the only one with this shirt, or the few with this shirt. And I was sitting at work one day just doodling, and I did that. The hashtag Irockshirts, and I was like, oh, this is dope. So a couple weeks later, I made an Instagram page, and it was not business related, nothing. It was just me rocking shirts, and I would tag the people. You know what I'm saying? Just let see other people in their stuff, because I know how it is. I see people in the brand. So I did that for a little while, and the latitude longitude design. Like once that thing came out, I made a latitude longitude design. I got some cufflinks with the latitude longitude of North Island Beach. That's where I'm from. And it was dope. And I was like, immediately, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. So once I checked the coordinates, they were correct. And I was like, okay, let me put this on the shirt. I went to someone who I knew, did shirts, and I asked her for the design. She gave the design for me, and she charged me $25 for the shirt. So, and it was a whole bunch of, I had 4 other designs. So I was like, okay, $100, cool. So I put it on, posted it, and people was like, yo, you got a North Miami Beach longitude, latitude. And North Miami people was like, well, I longitude, latitude. So I'm like, let me see. Did that design, dropped it. So the demand just got super, super high. So I just started making my own stuff, and I just wanted to make that one design for just like people who I knew represented that particular part of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it just spiraled out of control. Here we go.
Nice, nice. So you talk about that when it comes to the shirts, the latitude, longitude, and as we always say, and based when we brought you on last time, I said to myself, listen, every quotable that we're gonna come, we're gonna say, we're gonna mention it. Guess what? Hey, that's a shirt. That's a shirt. So guys, when I say that, hey, that's a shirt. Always think about where I'm coming. I'm talking to Mr. Irockshirts. Hey, bro, that's a shirt. We might need that. And actually, DA, I don't know if you guys remember what the quotable was. Mr. Irockshirts made a shirt because he watched our show, and DA made a quotable. And I think, do you guys remember what it was?
They until one shows consistency.
Date them all until one shows consistency, and that came from DA. So DA is famous for saying some quotables, because you know how DA is. DA is Mr. Charlemagne God, Mr. Outrageous, Mr.
Oh man,
he gonna say whatever's on his mind. No filter, no nothing. So DA, get into the second question, man.
So being that you didn't have a plan at first, Gates, being that you didn't have a plan at first, and then you kind of stumbled into like, yo, there's a demand for my service for these shirts. What were some of the challenges that you faced in, you know what I mean, when you first started picking up momentum, once you started picking up some steam?
I didn't have complete control over production when I first started. Someone reached out to me and she was like, I didn't know you were doing shirts. I make shirts. And I didn't know she made shirts. So she was like, I'll make your shirts. Like, I'll be your distro. Like, and from there, she kind of helped me start the businesses as far as the design. I didn't know how to make mock-ups. I didn't know how to make designs. So I would have someone, lay on my head, lay on my heart, and I'd be like, hey, yo, can you make this? She'd make it, and she'll pump them out. She actually made me up the business, basically. But now that I have 100% of the brand, the challenges that I face now is just production. If somebody orders something, if I have it on hand, it'll be easy. I can just ship it out. And I like to ship it out fast. Once they do it, I like to press it, get them their tracking, drop it off, and they have it. But if I don't have it on hand, the big challenge I face is production time. As far as get the product getting to me first, then I actually have to press everything, and then I actually have to send it off. So that's the frustrating part, because I use certain businesses overseas, so it'll take me 13, 14 days just to get a piece, just to send off. That's going to take 2 days to get there. So right now, the challenges I'm facing now are not the challenges I faced back then.
Yeah.
Calling somebody saying, hey, I need this or I need that. I can control, tracking. I can control presentation. I can control everything. So now it's just a matter of actually having them. I have like a calendar and I go by daily. I promote on this day. I ship on this day. Press on this day. You know what I'm saying? So if I stick to that, everything's fine. Everything runs like
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, and I see on your page as I go that you had a promotion for, I think you had was it 50% flash sale?
Yeah, it was yeah. And I'm actually sidebar. If anybody's watching right now, go on the site right now. As long as it's from the start to finish of this interview, there's a 50% off coupon code. The code is I stand on that. So y'all want to buy something? Hey, y'all go to the website.
Hey, listen, hold on. And one another quick note. Miss Anne Marie, one of our loyal listeners, she normally joins the show as well. Listen, if you watching, you can go to the actual website right now if you watching, and you can purchase is it anything on the site?
Anything. Once you get to the checkout screen, it's gonna ask you for the coupon code. Put I stand on that, and you get your 50% off.
There y'all go. Listen, between now and I think we might have a hard cutoff at 1 o'clock. So y'all have in between now and 1 o'clock to get some 50% gear. So Anne Marie, I want to see some receipts. I want to see you might get some purchases real quick. You say you got some dope shirts. So Y'all be on the lookout for that. So I got a whole nother, let me see what, 49 minutes to make it happen. 49 minutes.
The next 50 minutes.
Get to
All
it.
right. Now that we kind of got that out the way now, what was your inspiration? I know you mentioned that you kind of got into it, but what's basically sustaining your inspiration now that you got the actual brand up and moving? You got people rocking it out. I see with your pictures online on Instagram, people like really showing you love. And I just saw a young lady, you made something for her, and she was really excited, and she's pushing. Oh my gosh, these products, the
Glamour
fabric,
by next,
material.
man.
Yes, correct.
Glamour, yes, man.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
correct. So what's keeping that inspiration going at this point?
Well, the inspiration to start the brand came from several different people. Everybody wanted me to start a brand, because everybody knew I was in the t-shirts. But for me, I said, I if I'm gonna put my name by anything, I'm gonna build a brand, because everybody got a brand. I think it's a trend. It started.
Yes.
COVID got everybody with a brand.
Yep.
I didn't just want to throw a brand out there and then, it just fall. I wanted to be one of the brands that lasted. So I didn't want to start anything until I had the right pieces in place to actually start, a business, the visual team, the merch, the website, everything, the Instagram, the Facebook. So for me, I didn't have any inspiration I didn't take any inspiration as far as people saying do it until I had all the pieces in place. And now the inspiration is simply just seeing people in the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, it's never about the money, it's about the product. You know what I'm saying? Get the product on the street and it'll speak for itself, because I like to think I have dope stuff and I have conversation pieces. So the brand speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'll throw 2 extra shirts in somebody's bag just to get a message out. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody with an extra shirt that says, like sex is, life is too short to have bad sex. It's a conversation piece. People see that shirt, every time people purchase that shirt, they'll be like, yo, I seen somebody out in this grocery store. You got that shirt from people. You know what I'm saying? I love conversation starters. So I like to create those. So just like DA creates his stuff, I hear something, I say something, and I'll be like, that's a shirt.
That's a shirt.
Off, and it's the inspiration. It starts right there. Press the shirt, drop it. This shirt right here. I just felt like my brand was just dope, and I felt like it was a build up, a force, a build up of consistency of just dopeness. And people speak, and I say, let me drop a consistency, dope shit. So just all the inspiration comes from. It's a whole centerpiece, man. It comes from everywhere, man.
Gotcha.
Now,
and with that, not to cut you out there, Diego, I know you got the next question here. Now, when it comes to that, is this like, how do you juggle like life and just different things going on? Is this kind of a full-time thing? Is this part-time? Because I want the viewers out there knowing that, hey, if you might have a 9-to-5 job, guess what? You can basically do this too. So just quickly talk about that piece to it.
Yeah, I do have a full-time gig on the side of this. This is my decompression, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get home, everybody got something. They play video games, they watch TV, they got shows, they binge watch.
I like working out.
See what I mean? Everybody got, a work-life balance. So for me, this is part of my life balance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't make like have time for it. I make time for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a full-time job. People ain't trying to do this. People ask me like, yo, you doing all this and you working? Yeah, when do you sleep? When I get a chance to sleep, I'm gonna get some sleep in. But if I got orders on the table, people spend their money. That's what makes me most nervous. People don't spend their money. They want their product. So I can't sleep on somebody spending their money. Let me get up and do what I gotta do. So yeah, the work-life balance is good, but this is a part of my life balance. It's good. It's not. I see it as a burden. I don't see it as homework. I don't see it as a chore. I like doing it.
Gotcha.
You know what? Let me just piggyback on that right there in terms of like the work-life balance, especially with me and Hard Road. Like right now, I'm working on season 2 right now of what I'm coming out with, and it is what I rather do when I need to like decompress, find some peace. Is just tap into that creative flow state. You know what I mean? And I imagine Gates, you like when you get into that creative flow state, you find yourself less anxiety, less stress, because you're doing exactly what you feel aligned to do. And so, I really feel that one right there. And so let me ask you a question. Given that you got the capacity now to create, do your own mock-ups, to just do everything in-house, what is some of the craziest requests that you've gotten out there from clients who see that, hey, he got all this capacity, I got this idea, I think this phrase would be cool. Like, what's something that you've been given that you're like, wow, it's kind of wild?
There's nothing it's almost nothing I won't produce. If somebody comes with an idea, and they usually piggyback off what they see, because once they find out that 80% of my designs are customizable, they don't usually steer away from what's that. They'll see a Miami AF and they'll put where they're from, Atlanta AF, or what they do, Engineer AF. Nothing crazy. As far as people asking for designs. Now them 100 order pieces is crazy. I'll do them and I don't mind, but if everything's in line, I don't mind doing it. But having 100 shirts, you know what I'm saying, and I give somebody a 2-week time, I gotta bust them out. Yeah, I gotta bust them out. So that's probably the craziest. That 200 shirt order, I've only gotten a 200 shirt order one time. But so it makes the 100 shirt order.
200 shirts?
Yeah, I did. I bust out 200 shirts.
So how long? Let me ask you this. How long? That's why I was like, here. How much time did that take you? Like, is it you split it up, or you doing all in one day?
No. Who doing all that on one day?
I'm asking. I'm asking.
I see you doing that over the course of like days, man.
No. That's
at least 2-3 days.
My first 100 shirt order took me 14 days.
Oh,
so I got another 100 shirt order, and I did that in 2 weeks. So when I got the 200 shirt order, I had already had some prep over here with the 100 shirt orders. So the 200 shirt orders took 14 days. I packed all of it in 14 days. Yeah, you got to break it up. You got to have a day where you just print out all your designs. It's a print day, everything. It's a lot of vinyl just coming out. And I'll take it. I got to cut it. As a matter of fact, I'm actually reading right now. That's the next. I got to read everything out.
Hey, listen, y'all. He working while he on the podcast right now. You know
What's crazy is, I was actually going to say it earlier, I get anxiety from public speaking, if I'm being transparent. This calms everything down. This stops everything. Like, you got to really give your 100% attention to this. So once I'm in this, I'm good. But yeah, the 200 shirt order took 14 days. I pumped it out, and now it's like clockwork. It's easy. Print, weed, press, package, shit.
It's just like practice, people. Like, once the more you practice a skill set or just
that's really what made me good at this. Because when I first got the business, as far as production, I had to do everything, and I didn't know about like how to placement on shirts and folding. I didn't know nothing about that. So when I first did a shirt, my designs was all over here, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. So it was just repetition. Just when you bored, you don't have no orders on the table, I need something to do. You know what? Let me just make up something impressive. Just get better at it.
Gotcha. All right. Now, this next question, I'm not saying it's going to be a controversial piece, right? But it is a thing to where I think people listen to TikTok. They hear people they got a business. They got a trucking business. They got a barber business. And the thing is, when people kind of know you, right? And hey, that's my homeboy, that's my this, that's my that. My thing is, if you support that person wholeheartedly, right? You should pay that price. You don't go into Louis Vuitton asking for a discount, because guess what? Ain't no discounts, bitch. It is what it is. Pay the price. So, and this brings me to my next question. Do you find people try to lowball you on a shirt or on a hoodie, on a this, on a that? Hey man, let me get 50 shirts, at $2 a pop. You know what I mean? Do you find that, or it's like, nah, they just pay the price, or that's just what it is?
Now, I like to think that I have pretty attractive prices. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now I do got those. Let me get a hookup. Let me get a coupon code. People that do know me. If it's their first time purchasing.
Oh, hold on, not to cut you off. And Anne Marie says, what's the promo code? One more time.
I stand on that, and I gotta go check it, but it's I stand on that.
It look like she finna go ahead and purchase something, baby. She said, what is the promo code? What is it? One more time.
I stand on that. Let me go.
I stand on that, Anne Marie. That is the promo code. I stand on that.
Let me go check it. Give me a couple
All right, he's
seconds.
going to check the promo code, guys, here in a minute to make sure that you guys that are watching, and again, you will or you can get 50% off between now and 1 o'clock because that is going to be the hard deadline on that. So if you're on the site, you got some minutes to look, browse, hoodies, hats, t-shirts, swimsuit wear for you ladies, swimsuit wear for your fellas. Everything's on there. So be sure to check that out, guys.
I stand on that. Yep,
I stand on that. That is the promo code, Anne Marie. So check that out. So sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Jump off on your question. Those videos do, make the people, give people the guilt trip of, you know what, let me not ask for the hookup. Let me, I do go in and determine their price, and their price is their price. So that's more of a practice that's being adopted. Hey, let me just pay the price. But for me, again, it ain't never about the money. It's always about the product. So again, you buy something from me full price, you ain't ask for a hookup, I'm gonna throw an extra shirt in. I'm gonna throw an extra, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind at all. But like I said, my prices are very attractive, and I like to keep it that way. Because I like to get the product in the street rather than rack up money.
Okay. DA, go ahead.
Somebody
So
Irockshirts.
Yeah. You got them as Irockshirts. Yeah.
All right. I'm messing up.
Yeah. I was about to let you know right now, but so the question I want to ask you, Gates, is like, what's the next step? You know what I'm saying? Because right now you got Irockshirts, but when you get into business, you have what you plan on doing when you come in, and then you get this feedback from the from the population. You know what I'm saying, from people, and then you also see opportunities. So because I want to know whether or not we're going to get Irock shoes, are we going to get Irock hats? Are we going to get rocked out phone cases? Like, are we going to get rocked out laptops? Right? Are we going to get, like, just because I'm looking at it as customization and really swimming in that lane, right? Just going deeper and deeper into customization, because that's a greater pool that starts to come out. Groups of people are going to be like, yeah, I want to make an Irock. I want Irock shirts to make me, I don't know, a patch for my jacket or a pin for my Crocs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's the next step as far as the brand is concerned? The brand of Irockshirts.
Irockshirts kind of started off just as that, just shirts. I never wanted to do, again, because I never wanted to do shirts. So I just, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna just do shirts. Hoodies came along after shirts. Hoodies did good for a while. Then we did hats, and all of this stuff is all on the website now. One day I had this bright idea to do short sets. I did shorts. Then I saw a chick with a biker set, and I was like, I can do that. So I did biker sets for the females. Then I saw a crop hoodie short set. I was like, let me do a crop hoodie short set. So bathing suits. I jumped into bathing suits and swim trunks. I like to expand the brand slowly but surely, but quietly. I don't have to make too much noise about it. I think people know, the brand and see it. And once I post it in the story or post it on a feed, I usually get the feedback. What's that? You got that? I don't see that on the site. What's that coming? And I like to, tease. I throw something out there, work on it, perfect it, then finally put it up on the page, and sales pop like that. But for me, on a grand scale, I like to think my stuff is pretty dope, and I think it's dope enough to be in stores. And I got a couple of people that do have their stuff in stores, so I kind of watch them, and I want to get the blueprint from them and see what they do. But I do think my stuff is dope enough to be in stores on the grand stage.
Now I want to piggyback off that. Oh, go ahead, DA. Go ahead.
Well, the other aspect of the brand I was going to say is, you got the clothes you make, but are you also will the brand also expand in the type of people it targets? Like, are you thinking about like institutional, like schools, hospitals, large organizations?
Yeah, I have actually a dude I played football with in high school as the head coach of a team down there, and I want to reach out to him and get his team some stuff. I can jump into the teams and all of that. I'm gonna make a brand umbrella, brand up under the Irockshirts umbrella for my daughter. It's gonna be called Spoil Rock, and it's just gonna be kids things. And it's just gonna be shirts, shorts, onesies. Then I'll get into pacifier stuff like that. But I do want to start a kids clothing brand and eventually be able to pass it down to my kids.
Yeah,
So
my
it's
fact.
called Spoil Rock, and it's just gonna be big.
Boy, did y'all hear that? That boy said he want to pass it on. So he
Yeah.
talks
Takes a lot of
about what?
kids.
Generational situations. Yeah, you understand? So, and that's the thing, guys, here with it. And I'm gonna piggyback off that, right? The whole thing with this, guys, he mentioned he does have a full-time job. So the excuse that, hey, I don't have the time, you're full of it, right? So most people say, I don't have the time to do this, I don't have the time to do that. Yes, you do. You know what? You got time to do, we got time to hang out, we got time to party, we got to hang out with our friends, we got all this time to do all these other things. So if you prioritize your things that you have going on, guess what? You may have to cut off some of that going out to, hey, listen, I got bigger things, I got bigger fish to fry. I can't hang out with y'all this weekend. Maybe next weekend or the week after that. But you can do that, guys. This is to show you someone that has a full-time job, basically transitioning to his plan B and basically making it work. Now he's mentioning, you know what? I'm gonna expand it and I'm gonna have it work for my child. So that's what that means. His daughter or kid, whatever the situation is, that you guys have, they don't have to work in McDonald's. I'm not shunning McDonald's. I'm not shunning all these other places, but guess what? It's teaching our kids now. You can work in a business and you can grow that. Maybe college is not for them. They can work that actual business. You understand? So in the grand scheme of things, this is kind of the way to go. And this is how honestly how these Caucasian folks have their kids set up. Kids have a 800 credit score by the time they're 18. How are they doing that? Getting credit cards in their name. It just is also, it's all a setup, guys. For success when it comes to this. So these are some small blueprints, guys, that we can assist on making it better for your kids. You understand? So I know some things growing up. My mom didn't understand this. She didn't understand that. But now, as she grows, guess what? She understands. Hey, this is what I was trying to learn or teach you. As a son. You understand? So she gets those concepts. So it all works, guys. So this is a small blueprint. And the last question we have is, who have you encountered that has significant influence in the industry, social media, whatever it is, that has worn or purchased some of your actual Irockshirts brand?
Tony Baker.
Wait, who is Tony Baker?
Tony Baker is a comedian, social media presence, but he's a stand-up comedian. He does the animal voiceovers.
Yes.
A lot of people.
Okay. What you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. His son was killed in a car crash, and they had this whole thing they was doing. And he did it every show. Let's go. He closed every show, opened every show with that. I saw the design. I thought it was dope, and I basically just took his design and combined it with my Miami AF design and paid tribute to his son. I had his son's name,
nice.
His birth date. I didn't do a death date. I did forever. And said, let's go. Frame the shirt, put it in the plaque, put some extra stuff in it. He's from Chicago, threw him in Chicago, latitude, longitude,
nice
stuff, a hoodie, everything, and went to his comedy show and presented it to him. And, I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to present it to him.
Okay.
I was going moving off faith. You know what I'm saying? I got there early enough to sit on the front row, and when he came out, I just held it up. And he seen the let's go and grabbed it. He was running back and forth on stage and saying let's go. And we took pictures and everything. I met him afterwards. Sorry about that. I met him afterwards and just told him the strength that you displayed was worth a standing ovation. To lose your son and still do comedy, find
nice.
Happy place in comedy was big. So he ended up winning Chicago, latitude, longitude, and sales went up, followings went up, everything.
Nice.
Over 1 million followers. So that was good for me. Trina, I got a What They Do hoodie.
Trina.
Yeah, Trina.
Pull over, whoop whoop.
Shouts out
okay.
to Trina with her What They Do hoodie on 305 Day. Shouts out to Ray. I appreciate you, bro. Young Lad, producer Duke Johnson, Briscoe, DJ Tight, Lee, Bertrand
Duke Johnson,
Boyd,
a running back?
Duke
You
Johnson,
know? Okay.
Boy from Queen and Slim, the one everybody hated from Queen and Slim. He has a hoodie. We did a tribute. Lena Ray, who directed Queen and Slim, DJ Lucky C. Shout out Lucky C. So I've touched a bunch of people, but for me, it's not enough. I want more people in the stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Not to cut you off. So what's the goal here? When you say that's not enough, and you
It's
name
not
some people, that almost maybe 10 people or so. So what's your goal for? Do you have a goal for, or you like
no,
as
no.
many people as possible
I
when it
really
comes to
don't.
that?
That's always my end goal, as many people as possible. And if you have an influence, great. If you don't, great. I just want people in the gear. I just think it's dope enough to where everybody, a lot of people get me with, I wear stuff to the airport. Everybody stop me, yada yada yada. I like hearing those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the when I asked about motivation. That's really the motivation. So
Yeah.
if there's a celebrity wearing it, great. If it's just a regular Joe Schmo like me that got a 9 to 5, great. You know what I'm saying? As long as the product is in the street.
Okay, and then to speak on that, right? The whole thing when it comes to that, which is great, like having celebrities wear your gear that has that gives you what brand visibility. You know what I'm saying
Yes.
on that actual person's page. So, and I thought of something. I did purchase some gear, whatever the case may be, right? And one of the shirts was what's one of the shirts is Americans Embarrassing, right? I love
Okay.
that shirt. I love that shirt. Briefly tell a story about that shirt, please, if you don't mind.
No,
Because I
I
have another one. Go ahead.
can tell the story. I was on my way to Houston. I was in the Atlanta airport, and I was in the Atlanta airport. All of the feedback I got on the shirt was great. Love this shirt. Where'd you get it? And I knew because I had wore a couple shirts a couple times flying and didn't have any business cards and slipped. So I had a pocket full of business cards. So once I catch somebody looking, I see somebody, I walk up to them and give them a card.
Here you go.
So somebody would stop me, I walk up to them and give them a card. White ladies, a particular white lady, she told me, she was like, the fact that you're wearing that shirt is amazing. The fact that you're brave enough to do it is even better. She said my husband does stuff like that all the time. And I said I'm going to continue to do it because I like to start a conversation peacefully. For me, I can identify races easily with stuff like that. So Atlanta was great. Atlanta's urban, it's our people. I get to Houston. I get off the flight in Houston, and I come off the little turnstile, I make a left, and there's this white man just looking at me. And he looks at me, he shakes his head and walks the other way. So I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, what's going on? So I said, I'm trying to look for something to eat. I go down. He's like 50 yards ahead of me, but I still see him. Go down. He busts a left. I bust a left. He's in the Chick-fil-A line. I'm going to Chick-fil-A to get something to eat. That's it. So I walk up right behind him. He looks at the shirt. America is embarrassing. He was like, "You looking for a problem, buddy?" And I was like, "No, not at all." He was like, you must want to fight. And I'm like, "No, I don't want to fight you. What's going on?" He was like, if America's so embarrassing, then get the fuck out there. I said, "What?"
No. Wait. So your shirt, or just because you wore that particular shirt, caused all that within that one individual.
It was a couple of girls. They pulled out their phones and they said what I was thinking. They said, "Look, it's crazy that a simple shirt will really make them act like their real self." And this man really wanted to make a scene inside the Chick-fil-A about my shirt. And I told him, I said, "You mad? I got on a shirt, but you really, really upset."
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, for me, that's always the goal, to piss white racist people off. I don't have to, honestly, because there's no place here for it. And if I could, that's me doing my part. There's nothing we can do to stop racism. But if I could piss some white racist people off, I'm all for it.
Yeah, you're right. But that's the thing though. You touched something within him that drew back the 400 years of slavery. We talk about that all day long. But something in him is like, oh, so that's how you really feel. And then from your shirt, kind of, how we were treated and disfranchised, et cetera, et cetera. So
and the idea from that shirt came from the abortion thing. Because for me, that was embarrassing.
So that was your inspiration for that particular shirt.
That was horrible as a country. Like we're telling women that they can't do what they want to do with their bodies. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. As a country, we're embarrassing. So for me, I that was me expressing myself through my shirts.
That's dope. That's dope. That's where that come from. Hold on. Anne Marie says she ordered a shirt.
I got
right, Anne Marie.
I appreciate you.
There you go, Anne Marie.
People that just jumped on again, I stand on that as the code, Irockshirts.com. Whatever.
And we got another, 25 minutes or so? Y'all better hop on it if y'all watching. So
the other thing I wanted to throw on there is as far as the brand. that actually boosted the brand when I took over was brand partnerships. I currently have 11 brand partnerships with other brands, including I stand on that. Basically,
Boom. There you
yeah,
go.
I made that. So basically, what the brand partnership entails is there are people that have brands or businesses. I stand on it. I stand on that as a brand. You guys are a podcast. Y'all don't want to make shirts, but y'all would love to wear shirts with y'all stuff on it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
facts.
So for me, I wanted to take those businesses that Glamour by Ness that does hair. Makeup. Other people that don't actually dive into apparel to actually just be that source of apparel. You know what? I like this. This is my logo. Put my logo on a hoodie. Put my logo on a shirt. And I have that's how those 100, 200 orders come in, all through those brand partnerships. So again, people out there that do have brands, if you want merch, if you need merch, I'm the guy I trust and believe. Reach out to me. I stand on that. The links are there. Just reach out to me. We just get this brand.
Yeah, just reach out. If you want to reach out to us, him, whoever you guys want to do it. If you don't, like you say, you own that business and you don't want to do the legwork, guess what? What is your vision? He'll make it plain, write it down, as the Bible say, and guess what? So whoever that sees it, they're gonna run with it. So when it comes to that, now that was our last actual hoorah when it comes to the actual questions. So that was I basically enjoyed it. I got a lot of information. We got your inspiration behind it. The who, what, when, why. And then again, guys, this was inspiration for other people. If you don't know how to start one, guess what? My whole thing is just start by just getting started, right?
Yeah, get started. You got to get
Start
started.
by starting.
Yeah, and here's your thing, like Mr. our other host when it comes to the show, we wanted to start the pod. He wanted to start the podcast, and he wanted to perfect everything. That's who wow he is. He went, oh, we got to get this. We got to. I say, you know what? Nah, I don't think that's right. We have Facebook Live. Guess what? We started off Facebook Live season 1, and that's how we started off. Now we progressed. You know what I mean? We had to work on a few things. Now we got this restream. Okay, now we can do it virtually. You understand? So that's the whole thing, guys. If you think you don't have it all figured out, you don't have to have it all figured out. Just start by starting. That's the main thing, and everything else will come. It's just simple. So business, no matter what you're doing, you understand. So appreciate you on that, man. I enjoyed the actual interview. Not next week, guys, but in October we are going to have a mental health counselor. She's from Dade County, 305 represented. She will be doing a interview with us as well. So she is professional. She's here now, here in Orlando, Florida, and we'll be doing one of those interviews with her as well. So we talk about mental health all the time on the show, how it's important, and she's going to be giving that back information on it. So, but we're going to bleed right into, because we got another 20 minutes. Hey, remember, Irockshirts is up on here on the screen. Get your t-shirts, get your hoodies.
That is the code.
I got 20. Yeah, I stand on that's the code. Anne Marie got hers. Okay, who we got on here?
This is this right here.
Peace, brother. Mr. Robert Wright. What's going on, sir? Now, other piece of our conversation we're gonna get into is what's this guy's name? It's the Neil Long and
Udoka.
What Ndoka?
No, Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka. All right. I have an issue, right? But if you guys don't know, I'm gonna kind of layer here. So he was fired for basically, or suspended, I should say.
How about saying fired him?
No, suspended. He got suspended for the whole year. So he was suspended for initially having consensual relations with, I guess, apparently one of the VPs on the Boston Celtics basketball team. She is married. MA is not married, but is a quote unquote engaged to, we all know her name, Nia Long, right? Nia Long. So the thing with this is, and this is my issue. There are other owners, there are other coaches around about just athletics periods, basketball, football, soccer, whatever it is. They're doing this. They're basically having consensual conversations. They're being paid by owners. Robert Kraft, we could talk about him all day. He's been in this situation before, but just because of his status and his color, his pigmentation, yes, I'm gonna say it. That's why it wasn't an issue. He had a blur in the news about it, and guess what? It went away. other piece is Brett Favre. What was his thing? He stole how much money was it that he
Well,
stole?
I think he's responsible for 10 million of the 77 million that was defrauded from the state of Mississippi.
Defrauded. This guy defrauded money and basically used that money to pay for a gymnasium for his daughter, right?
At the University of Southern Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi. But on the other hand, again, back to MA, this Boston coach, he basically had inappropriate basically relations with this woman. Yes, it was inappropriate. He had a miss out. We get all that. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. Yet was it wrong? Yes. The other piece is how come he's being at this token like blastered, but Brett Favre, his stuff is kind of like, all right, well, we're gonna more so cover the Boston College situation. Why? That's my issue. Dave, you want to speak on it because this is my thing. They're using him as a what's I don't know the words, the martyr, but listen, you're not going to be doing this, right? We're going to paint you out as the villain, but other people, hey, you better not be doing it. But if it was a Caucasian, it wouldn't have got all this attention like it has at this moment. And that's my issue. They're using him as an example.
Okay, now I don't know if he were white, if they wouldn't talk about it like this, because I'm trying to think if check me out, because when you had Brad, like imagine if it's Brad Stevens, he slept with because with Ime Udoka, he slept with multiple women. He got one of the women.
Allegedly, we don't have all the answers on
it.
Okay,
I'm gonna say allegedly he slept with multiple women, at least 4, one of which is pregnant. Wait,
pregnant dude?
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'll read it later. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. and then supposedly based on the Black Sports Online, the one of the girls, I think the main one that kind of initiated this story, she was also his personal assistant helping Nia Long move from where she was to Boston. So he pretty much it's kind of stupid and genius messy at the same time. Yeah, it's really messy. Because you wouldn't expect it to be her, if that makes any sense. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because she's so close to home. But anyways, my issue is my chief concern is that I wish it could have been more tighter in terms of the communication about it. You see what I'm saying? And so for me, the person that needs to be dealt with, because no NBA franchise should want to go through this kind of situation, because you will have employees that embarrass you. However, you got to have measures in place to mitigate embarrassment. If that makes sense. You feel me? So Correct. My thing is they got to go after whoever leaked. They got to investigate who leaked the story to the media. They got to find out who did, because it's that person that made this story bigger than what it is, because they could have just suspended Ime Udoka for the year for violation of team rules.
And we wouldn't have heard about his personal, love life. Correct.
Yeah. And just so that we just don't go there. We don't even speculate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then, and so here's the issue that it gets a little tricky is because there's an element supposedly of sexual harassment, where the one that he was pursuing, after they stopped having relations, he started to, kind of act out by verbally, doing things in front of other people. And so that kind of made the situation even dirtier than it should be. So in that sense, Ime Udoka didn't keep it player. And so it just all the way around, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think it's important that it got to be said. I know nobody want to talk about it, but
this is a shirt?
It ain't a shirt, but it's like it's something that
worthy. That's what you're gonna do right now.
I think it gotta be said, and that is, you just cannot. If you're gonna do dirt, you can't do dirt where you work, because if he was doing the same thing. if he was doing the same thing outside of the organization, this ain't an issue.
It ain't an issue, yeah.
And so it's like, Ime, you could not have possibly been this reckless to think that, yo, you know what I'm saying, that you could just do this and it not cause any problems. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about all the other high-profile people that we know of. Like, let's take, for instance, Bill Clinton. Man had relations, lied about it to America, and then it became a bigger issue than what it is because how he mismanaged the communications about it. You see what I'm saying? And it's so like, yo, and then also he was doing dirt where he worked. And then he had a political party, you know, invested in tearing him down. So that just made the whole situation, you know, as nasty as it was. But focusing him back on Ime, it's like you made a series of stupid ass decisions.
So what you saying is, all right, dudes, if you're gonna do your thing, it shouldn't be close to home. Just be smart. They
play games every other day and travel to different cities every other day. You have several opportunities to get outside of your work building, sir.
Yes.
Like,
but you know,
y'all in the same conference with the Heat. Y'all go to the Heat 6 times, to Miami 6 times a year. Get you a little Miami slider.
But here's the thing, though. He wanted that in-house. He wanted that.
In-house is Nia Long. In-house is Nia Long.
Yeah, in-house is Nia Long, bro.
That's your in-house right there.
No, but again, a lot of people gonna condone it, right? A lot of people not condone it, but a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, how come you cheated on Nia Long?" But here's my thing, though. I'm gonna flip this, though. I'm gonna flip the situation. Nia Long's been engaged with that guy for 10 years. Why was Nia Long engaged with him for 10 years?
Yeah.
Did he already mention? What'd you say?
That's her person. She knew it was gonna go down eventually. That's her person.
What you mean by
that? That was her. She felt like that was her person. You know, when the female feel like they felt.
But he didn't marry her.
No time. He didn't.
But it was a reason though. After this situation, I don't think they're gonna get married.
Oh
now,
no.
This, for me, you know, that behind closed door, it might be a different situation, but I don't know that. But my whole thing is, we should be getting on Nia, like, why you engaged him for 10 years? Why you let him? You know what I mean? We could talk about that, but ain't nobody gonna talk about it.
That's her decision. Yeah, I mean, whatever decision is for her to be engaged for 10 years.
But if somebody gonna ride him, why you did? Well, shoot, he was engaged. You know what I mean? And Dia, what you always said about marriage and sex. What was your thing?
I mean, women control access to sex, and men control access to marriage. I mean, I think at some point she should have, like, I can't get in their business because I don't know what happened over the course of those 10, 11, 12 years. But what I will say is, part of me, I got like something got in my eye and that really jacked me up. But what I will say is, like, my girl called it, like, she said that Nia Long was a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, bro. It's like, I don't know. I don't know the bruh, but after 10 years of engagement, that don't sound like you trying to get married. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there go Anne Marie sounding off. She probably had everything in place legally, even as a fiance.
I hope so.
Maybe. But again, we won't know that for sure. We don't know if that's the situation or not. But you know, that is a possibility. But again,
I just simply wonder, was she completely blindsided, or did she have something or something going on?
Or maybe they had an open situation. We don't know that.
No. The way she responded to it wasn't open.
She said she was devastated.
She didn't know about this particular person. For me, did she not know about anybody? Or this?
That might be a PR move, though. It might be a PR. Oh, I didn't know. That might be a PR move. Come on, let's. You know what I mean? Let's come on. And everybody riding with her.
Let me say this about what Lump just said, because you got to understand, like, one thing I like about the whole Nia Long, Nia Long, she handling the communications well. She's not saying too much. You see what I'm saying? She's not saying too much. She's not trying to poke her head out, man. No, just, I was devastated. Because that's how I would coach it. Say you was devastated, you're shocked to hear these developments.
PR move, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
You in the public eye, you got to play it like that. And look what Anne Marie said. She probably had a little thing, her boo thing on the side too. Possibly, yeah.
Possibly. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna put it past human beings to have, relationship with other human beings.
And here's the thing, though. They said they were on the rocks anyway. this is per, tabloids and all. They were on the rocks anyway, and that's probably why he was probably he took it a step further. And he said, "No, I don't. The hell with it. I get caught. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like me be extra sloppy."
You messed up home and you messed up your brother.
That's what I'm mad about. Like, bro,
I don't. What else can we say? What else can we say about the situation?
It was irresponsible.
Boston gonna have a bad season, thank God. Miami Heat. Shouts out to Miami.
All right. Miami Heat ain't gonna go. They ain't gonna win no championship.
Coming out the East this year.
If y'all don't get no big man, it ain't happening. I'm telling you nothing.
No, but check me out. I'm gonna say this.
It ain't gonna happen. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. It's just that he got 2 boys, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's a game. We know that the game exists, right? We know the game exists, right?
Yeah.
Right? You feel me where I'm coming from? We know the game exists. And you just showed your boys just how not to play the freaking game. Right?
Yeah. From tabloid and everybody in school.
Yeah.
Your cheater, he this, he that. Yeah, you got to hear that. They might be fighting now. Don't be talking, you know what I mean? That's just, but you put the whole family in a bad situation.
Yeah, he put the whole family in a bad light.
It's bigger than you in that sense. It's way bigger than you in that sense. So yeah,
the other thing is too,
your unit at home, your organization, your basketball team, your individual play, everybody got to walk around with your dirt now. Hey, your coach, man. Hey, what happened? Your coach tripping. Everybody has to walk around with that.
Yeah, like I'd be on the court playing Jason Tatum. Oh, is that the reason why you had a bad game? Because you don't fucking your wife? Like,
listen,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, there's a way you can incorporate him into any trash talk about that individual player, even though I don't think Jason Tatum is married. But you get what I'm trying to say.
I would do that. I would, as a player, I would do that. Look. Guilty.
Y'all coach going for a whole year. Y'all sure y'all still want to play for this team? Y'all know how he moves.
Yeah, exactly. So now
it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look.
Yeah. So, but it is. But still, things are still developing. We don't know the whole story, as you mentioned. So, that's that on that matter. Now, this other question, right? Do women friend zone the wrong guy? The question is, do women friend zone the wrong guy?
It's a woman, Anne-Marie Fraser. She should be the first to answer that question.
Yeah, Anne-Marie. You know what? If she can get on, let me see if I can her.
Let me
it's Sunday. It's Sunday. She probably ain't ready.
Let me kick this off.
Let me see it.
And I'm gonna say that I might be different. I might differ from you fellas, and that's why I want us to have this conversation. I don't think women friend zone the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they friend zone the wrong guy because.
Oh yes, the confident woman says yes. Yes.
She said yes.
Confident woman says yes.
Okay, because I'm gonna say they don't, because if you're not attracted to someone, then you're just simply not attracted to someone. You know, if you see someone as a friend, you see someone as a friend. Now that's different, from the question of do they pick the right guys? You know what I'm saying? And we know, given how things be playing out in the game, they don't be picking, like half the time they don't be picking the right guys. They pick guys for the wrong reasons. But the guy that they do friend zone, they probably 9 for 10 friend zoning that guy, because if you're not attracted, you're not attracted. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, go finish.
That's kind of like my general point right there.
No, I don't. Here's the thing, right? And I can use myself as an example too when it comes to this whole friend zone. Hey, I got friend zone plenty of time. Yes, Lord, we talking about it. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. When it comes to it, yes, I'm saying it. So, which is cool though. But
yeah,
and then you look at the situation. Women want to have fun with the fun guys, early on in age. But when they're like considering like marriage and they want to be serious with, you know what I mean, with a dude, the guy that they friend zone and they fun time, that's the guy they really, really, really want later on down the road. You know what I mean? They're like, he not fun. He's not this. He said maybe I think it's a timing thing with some women. But the whole thing with it is women, you have to start thinking about the guy now, because we talked about statistics and having multiple partners. That guys, quote unquote, look at that down the road and say, hey, yeah, you got too many partners. I don't really want to take you serious like that, because statistics have been shown that women that have more than a certain amount of partners, their relationships moving forward don't last, right? That was a statistic. I didn't make that up, right? So the thing about the situation is, women look at like, all right, friend got this dude now. Maybe if he's still available, I'll get back with him at a later time frame. Women want to have all that fun now, but you should start having what's the track girl name? Ross, Sonya Richardson Ross. And what's the dude name?
Play for the Giants.
Play for the Giants, cornerback. Well, anyway, her husband.
Yeah.
They, in their situation, they say, hey, listen, they didn't look at it. They said, oh, he's a good guy. You know what? Let me lock him down now. Let me lock her down now. So they were like in high school. And in that same situation, the average woman would friend zone that guy and be with another guy. In most situations, that's what happens. If you gotta understand what I'm saying. But in that situation, Sonya Richardson Ross said, you know what? Some of my friends, they friend zoned those guys, but now they're not married right now. Now they're in bad relationships right now. But she said, you know what? He's a good guy. I'm gonna hold on to him. And he did the same thing. So that's why I'm saying girls go wrong. They want to have fun. They don't want to be serious right now. That's cool though. But at least keep it cordial or whatever the case may be. Say, hey, I can't talk to you right now. So in most kids situations, women do friend zone the wrong guy. You know what I mean?
So women friend zone you if you're too boring, if you're unattractive, or if you're too nice. Nice guys always finish last.
Finish last. I agree.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Who always wins?
The assholes.
No, the funny guy. The funny guy gonna always win.
Well, funny guy.
They prefer the funny guy. You said the fun. Yeah, they want to go out, have fun. I think, yeah, that was what the 20s, 30s. Everybody wanted that guy that's going to, have fun, take me out, take me on trips, etc., etc. Now, women want to laugh, man. Men want to laugh too, women. I just posted a video in reference to that. Like, why we always got to show up? Why we always got to be the one that, I want the funny guy. I want the funny girl. You can't make me laugh. You boring to me. I'm straight.
No, facts.
I'm straight. Like, I need to laugh. So the funny guy gonna win.
No, okay. But let me say this. But see, Gates gave you the 3. You know what I'm saying? So Gates just gave you the 3. Either you said you are unattractive,
too boring, unattractive,
you're boring, or you're too nice, right? And it's like, that's why I say they doing the right thing.
What, the woman? The woman is doing the right thing? Yeah, wait. So Mr. Irockshirts, so you agree with that? If the women doing the right thing, if the guy fall on those,
I think it's they have the right to say you're too boring or you're too nice, or they can do that. But and I feel where he's coming from. Who are you picking? Because once you shun you're too boring, you're too nice, you're too clingy, who are you picking?
We know who we pick.
You're gonna pick the wrong person. You're gonna pick the wrong person.
Correct.
So you're gonna have to go ahead and humble yourself, pick somebody with 2 out of the 3 or 1 out of the 3, and build you up. You know what I'm saying? Because they want it right now. They want the microwave. Hey, I need it right now. You need to come with this stuff. Like, nah, you have to put in a lot of work to get, because forever is a long time. Think about it. Forever is forever.
Yeah.
And you think about longevity, so these people ain't gonna come to you already put together. When you got the toys at Christmas, you got to go get batteries. You need a screwdriver to unscrew it. It didn't come together. You got to do some stuff to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So correct. You got to do stuff. Women don't want to put in the work. It's the microwave process. They don't want to get on the stairs. They want to take the elevator. You feel me?
Yeah.
So but I don't know. I think, and I'm not saying this is for all women, right? But it's like when you got. That's why I said, look at those 3 things that Gates just said, right? Who is the guy that's he's too boring, he's too nice, and he's unattractive? This is a man that's more than likely is a people pleaser. He's not a leader. He's low in terms of masculine energy. Just he's not alive. He's not alive, and he's not alive for himself. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
no
a lot of
pulse.
men. Say it again.
No pulse. Just breathing. Just
There's no pulse. There's no pulse.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like that, like a lot of dudes like that, they either got low self-esteem, they have a low level of self-love. You know what I'm saying? And they care too much about people's opinions, so that's why they become people pleasing nice guys. They're born because they don't take risks. They're unattractive because they don't do any work to improve themselves. So why would she invest forever in someone who doesn't believe in themselves, doesn't put work in on themselves, and doesn't have the courage to live life for themselves? You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want a woman that was boring. I don't want a woman that's unattractive.
Okay, so hold on.
I don't want a woman that's too I don't want a woman that can't think for herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I want a combative woman, but I want a woman that can cooperate, and part of being cooperative is being able to think for yourself and then seeing how I'm thinking and then meshing it and synthesizing it together, right? Because that's how two human beings who are active and who are self-aware and are present think and act and behave.
Okay,
You know
so with that, right? Mr. Irockshirts mentioned that you got to have a 2 out of 3, whatever, right? But flip it, the woman, if she doesn't want that boring, what you bring to the table as being boring and attract or funny, you got to bring that. So if you're boring, but you don't want no boring person, how does that work? How do you get
women do it all the time? Ask the women. They be
right.
boring and the life of the party.
But you're right, but it doesn't make it right though. So how can you want something, but you're not bringing that same thing you're asking for to the table? That's not cool. That's not cool.
What? I'm gonna say this.
But it's that double standard though, which I understand.
No, it ain't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was prepared for this point in this conversation.
Come with it then.
I was prepared for this point. Okay. And that is, you have the right to ask what you want for. You have that right to ask for what you want, but at the same time, you have the responsibility to say no to what you don't want. You see what I'm saying? So if you are a lively dude and you see that she appreciates your liveliness, but you see that she's boring, well, it's on you, bro, to get rid of her. In the same way for her. Yeah, he cool and stuff, and I take care of my body, or I take care of my health. He's a nice person, but he doesn't take care of his body. He doesn't give a damn about his health. It's okay for me to say, you know what? We good on a lot of levels, but on that, that ain't gonna work for me. Deuces. It's perfectly fine, because you gotta find someone that's gonna take you as you are and see you as perfect as you are. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it comes with some breakups. It's going to come with some breakups. That's the cost of finding the right person, is that breaking up with people you think that aren't right for you. And so that's why I'm like, it ain't no double standard, because everybody can say yes and everybody can say no.
Yeah, I got you. Now, Miss Confident Woman, some women's standards are out of trauma or avoidance.
Daddy issues. Yes, run to the first. Want somebody to be the cream in your Oreo, the everything, because you ain't have your daddy there. Yeah, you can't sit that in the man lap. Yes, that's true. But she loves a funny guy, but he has to know how to read the room.
Hold on. We be back on Miss Ann Reed. She said she can't get on right now. Women friends on the wrong guy. 1, however, could see or know something about the person that they can't/won't tolerate. 2, aren't truly attracted to the person in an intimate or for long-term way. Yeah, those are facts for sure.
Correct.
And then the next thing, some nice guys are nice as a cover until they get comfortable, and they aren't as nice as stuff. Okay, yep. So nice guys are passive aggressive, not nice. Yeah. So with that, right? Cover up. Nice guys.
Once the chase is over, you'll get the real person.
So okay, so that's
whatever they came.
So that's the representative. That's the representative.
That's HR.
You talked about that before. You said that last week, I think.
Yeah, the representative. So when you meet that first person, they're not showing you the real you, right? and I'm a firm believer. People have two sides: the representative and the real them. And I've always said this: if the person don't show you that other side of them, there's a problem. That's a big, and I made a mistake on that. I've always seen two sides of people. Always. The one time I ain't do my homework, or I ain't pay attention to my what I always say. Guess what? It cost me. It cost me. You know what I mean? So I always say that, guys, people have two sides. That representative, boom, yeah, that's cool. You're funny. You're this. Get to know that other person, because then at that point you could then say to yourself, you know what, I can deal with this, or I can't. You have to let a lot of other person.
Lawyer.
What you say?
I said you'll be sitting in the room, sitting across from him with your lawyer.
Sitting across the room with the lawyer. Exactly. So you got to know that second person. And people swear you up and down when they tell you in their face, this is me, this is who I am, and you haven't seen the second person, the other side of them, motherfucker, you better run. You better haul ass.
That says verbs over words.
Yes. There we go. We at it again. Shirts. There we go. Quotables. We at it again. So that's the thing. People always gonna show you two sides. You listen. They tell you otherwise, man. You better run. I'm telling. Listen. I'm the believer here.
But sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's hard.
Nah, bro.
No, check me out. Because sometimes people. And the other thing is, sometimes the issue hasn't come up yet, or the crisis hasn't occurred, where you don't know the real person.
You can't create the crisis, though. You can create the crisis. You can create one on purpose. Women do it. Women put you in some messed up situation just to see. Let me see how he gonna react. Let me see. He gonna fold. Women do it. Why don't men can do it? Just like, for example, right?
Men should. But I think on both sides, that's when it comes to being authentic, right? If you want a certain level of stuff, then you gotta be, you gotta just be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's the thing. Gates just said it. Some people, once they get what they wanted, they change.
Chase is over. Yeah.
Yeah. You got these athletes. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You got these athletes. I ain't gonna say no names because you got some athletes. They get with these girls, and she's a wonderful person. You know what I'm saying? She's awesome. She's like, damn, bro, I think I want to marry her. As soon as they knock them up, the person starts to change.
It was always there, though.
She got what she wanted. That was the meal ticket.
Yeah, it was
she
always
got
there.
what she wanted. Mm-hmm. And then dudes too, right? Dudes, for whatever reason, they probably wanted their hit. They probably wanted to knock her up. And once they done did that, I'm kind of good on her, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It happens, and that's the other thing too. People change over time, so there's a level of,
not a change. That's who they are, though. That's who they remember. Representative and the real. They haven't changed. You just haven't realized who the hell they are. You know what I mean? It's not a change thing. I don't look at it as a change thing when it comes to that. You just have to put them in a situation so that other side can show. Once it shows and continuously shows, guess what? All right, can I deal with you? Can I not? It's that. I think it's that simple.
Now it's time to make a decision. I want to put up with your crazy side, or I'm straight,
or not, or you move the fuck on. It's simple. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love a funny guy, but that's the Amory thing. Read the room. That's yes.
We're trying to be funny in the wrong places. Absolutely. And if first of all, somebody's trying to be funny, they ain't funny.
They not. It should be natural.
Because I'm the life of the party. I'm the clown. So I've been around people like people I know, my peers, and they try to feed off me and try to be funny.
Nah, just shut up.
Man, just chill out. Yeah, dude. It got to be in you. It can't be on you. It gotta be in
you. Yeah, exactly. It could be mommy issues. Yeah, it's
daddy issues and mommy issues.
It's a twofold game. Yeah, when it comes to that, the healed and unhealed trigger them. Yeah, and people when it comes to that, we don't. And back to mental health. See, Amory, that's what we're talking about. That's why we're going to bring on. And I think that conversation is going to be dope as hell too, because we all been in situations where we haven't recovered, we haven't really dealt with it. You know what I mean? I use my situation with my sperm donor. That's what I use. That's what he is to me, my sperm donor. And yes, he has passed away. But the thing is, have I suffered from it in some situation, in some light? I have. You know what I mean? Whether I want to admit that or not, like I lacked in that area. And
Sometimes it's subconscious. Sometimes it don't got to do with admitting it. Sometimes you don't know you do.
correct, yeah, yeah. And then people look at it as, oh, well, you're better off with this. But nah, listen, did I want him to be there? Yeah, but circumstances and other situations prevented that from happening. You know what I mean? Ego and just selfishness, it prevented that. You know what I mean? So, but has it helped me be a better father? Yes, because guess what? In that
You
situation,
know everything not to do.
I know everything not to do, and it felt terribly not to have him in my life, and I felt like crazy when you putting other families over me.
So
You know what I mean? That shit felt horrible. So I said, you know what? And I said, you know what? Before I even had a child or whatever, kids and everything, here's the thing. Like I said, right? I don't want my child or kids to feel that way, because that shit feels fucking horrible. You understand? So in some situations, that was a blessing and a curse at the same time. And I gotta take that for what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's long gone. But listen, that's the situation.
Good lessons, my brother.
Oh yeah, great lessons. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. So, but that's why this whole mental health conversation is going to be very helpful for me. I know. I don't know. It might get hard for me, depending on what's said. You know what I mean? But
that makes for the best content, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Best content.
It makes
you get DA crying on here. You gotta chop it up and put it on the internet.
I don't know, but some people might try to hold it. You see that, bro? Just let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. Let it rain. Just let it go. You know what I mean?
Take your soul to the laundromat, my brother.
But listen, we all got traumas, bro, that we're dealing with or not dealing with. We all got traumas, whether we want to admit that or not. You know what I mean? So some people are open and honest about it. Some people try to hide it and try to shun it. But it is. So what are we standing on when it comes to this friend zone conversation? Dear, we gonna go to you. What are you standing on?
Man,
the women friend zone the wrong guy.
I'm gonna say no. You know what I mean? Because I don't believe in forcing attraction, right? And then if you're as a man who gets rejected, you know what I'm saying, like
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, no, not to get out of here. But as men,
no. All right, here. Let me cut you off. Oh, I'm not saying that to say, oh, you just get rejected because you're not this. You're not. No, I'm not saying that. Well, comparing women and men when it comes to that, we get rejected.
The odds are higher.
Well, no, we get rejected more
than naturally the hunters. Yeah, because we're
correct. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying because you're lacking or you. That's all I'm saying. Because most women don't approach men. You know what I mean? Now it's more acceptable for women to approach, and then most of the time a dude gonna be, yeah, you shoot your shot, and if you look nice or she like what you got, you gonna say yes. So her odds are higher.
Women should have been shooting their shot.
Oh,
society has it a whole different way.
Well, why so?
Okay, DA, you in the club, you at a bar, you at a lounge, you see an attractive woman. Naturally, what would you prefer? How would you prefer this conversation to start? For her to say, hey, what's going on? Or you prefer the society way to say, you know what, let me go approach? Because if she says something to me naturally, she's a woman, she's attractive, I'm going to sit for this conversation.
Facts.
But for me, society teaches me, I'm the man, I'm the hunter. I have to go after her. Hey, how you doing? Oh, nah, I ain't in the mood right now. Like, all right, don't worry about it. Women making the approach makes the situation much smoother, bro. Even if at the end of the situation, we don't exchange numbers, we don't do nothing, we go our separate ways. But that conversation is going to be dope because you, as the woman, did something that's outside of the society norm and approached me.
Yeah, women drop subtle little slight eye contact.
I don't like it.
So you're saying be blunt and bold about it. Hey, what's up?
Hey, baby? I like your shirt. What's going on?
So that's the giveaway right there. Yeah. Versus the other way. Go ahead, Gates, on that.
No, Gates was right. It's like it's as far as, you know what I'm saying, like when women initiate, believe it or not, it's a much smoother interaction because men know what to do once they get the rock. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
so many questions have been answered without anything being said. Once
So
you
it's
open
just
up
like-
and say, hey,
yeah.
So one, she
Should
must
I-
like my drip. She like my smile.
No,
she like something
no,
on me.
no.
She just likes
She
you.
could just
She
be
just
she
thinks
could just be in the mood to talk.
Yes.
We find out what she likes in within that conversation.
Oh, within it,
But
okay.
for us,
All right.
it's a door. Like we gotta go knock on the door. Hey, you mind if I speak to you? Like, nah, because we
You gotta
have to actually
question.
get
You gotta
invited.
question.
We gotta get invited in because if she don't want to talk, she not talking to us. Oh no, I'm straight. I'm sitting by myself. Like,
Mhm.
women should have been shooting a shot, or women should have been initiating the conversation because you never know where that conversation could go.
You know what? I think I know why they don't, because they would all see the women. Reason why a lot of women don't, because they'd all try to initiate the conversation with the same dude, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, that's the reason why I don't talk to da 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 da." And it's like men, as men, we are more inclined to just spray the place. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it so long as they receiving it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, when I was younger and I'd go to downtown Orlando, or even when I was in Miami and I'm out, or especially when I was in Atlanta and I was out, you know what I'm saying? I would initiate the conversation, but it wasn't just one girl I initiated. Probably tried to initiate 20 conversations that night. You see what I'm saying? Whereas you got to have a high degree of just simply, you really want some guts to really just go out and just keep trying to like,
Everything.
Yeah, women don't do that. They don't have the guts they don't have it in them to approach 20 men in one night. Men don't see a problem in doing that. That doesn't mean that the rejection doesn't sting. It's just that,
You
somebody
build a tolerance
gotta
for it
lose
too,
this
though. Some guys, they build a nice tolerance, and they know it's just like, it's like in sales. It's just a number. I'm just trying to find the yeses.
It's target practice.
Yeah,
I call it target practice.
Yeah,
It's target
that's
practice.
it. That's it. All right. Well, I couldn't come out here like that. All right. Well, let me. You know what I mean? So, and then Amnesty, Confident Woman says no, it's biology. In what sense? Please expound on that if you don't mind. In what sense is biology? But yeah, so you stand on no, DA, when it comes to, women they don't friend zone the wrong guy.
Correct.
Mr. Irockshirts, what are
Same.
you standing on?
Same. I don't think they friend zone the wrong guy. If you friend zone somebody that's the right guy to friend zone, it's just usually they end up with the wrong guy. They friend zone the right guy and end up with the wrong guy. So again, I just think the approach, a lot of approach should be different. Results will be different if approach is different. Like we get away from society norm. Women start walking up and saying, "Hey, how you doing? You smell good." Boom. Not a conversation starter. It's something as simple as that. And for her notion could be, I just want to let them know you smell good. And we don't have to say nothing at the end of the day. But for me, as a man, or men in general, if I walk up, you walk up, tell a woman, "Oh, you smell good." Now you trying to holler. Like, no, I just want to tell you smell good. I can walk away out there.
Yeah, and then, and that's the thing. My dude, shout out to Marco from St. Louis, and he does this a lot. I don't know if it game, not whatever, but I've been in the presence where he would do this. He'd be having a conversation with me, right? Having a whole conversation with me, and be like, "Hold on, man, let me tell this girl she smell good because she smell good, or she look good. Oh, I like your shoe," and keep right on and just having a conversation and keep it down. But she looking and turning around like, "Damn, did he? Like, why he asked me for my number? Or why he? Nah, he just wants to. He wanted to pay you a compliment and keep it moving. That's all he needs.
Buy the drink.
Like, he's trying to holler at you.
Pull up to the bar, yo. Let me get a Tennessee honey and Red Bull. What you drinking? And whatever she drinking, grab my drink and hit it.
Mm-hmm.
That's foreign to women. Like, wait, I thought that let me get your number was coming.
No, see, but that's they're already. Guess what?
So that's the reason for a lot of the attitude pre-conversation, because you're in your mind, you're gonna ask me for my number, and I don't want to give you my number. No, what a dude that won't be the Tennessee and Red Bull at? No, I'm over here.
And listen, he probably got it going on. She his type and everything. He smelled good. He this, he whoop. He just bought me to, hey, how you doing? You need a drink? All right, boy, and walk off. Now she chasing and looking for that same guy. You know what I mean? Because
she's used to, let me get your number.
Yeah,
This
right
dude
after
didn't
that.
ask me for my number. Where he at?
Where he at? Oh, so now she's the hunter. She the hunter now.
Because she's found the minority.
Oh, the minority.
The majority gonna ask for the number. The
Yeah.
minority gonna walk away and sit in the cut.
All right, World Inc. with a reply here. A lot of women are worried about how they're perceived. High numbers look different on women, even in approach. Yeah, in approach that. Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? So, but here's the thing though. For some guys don't care about that, right? They don't care about the number. They don't care about, like, it's just like, listen, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it or not. You know what I mean? They just interested in you because they know, yeah, you had a past. Everybody has a past. Let's move on from it. But if most women are like honest about the conversation and they meet the right guy that's not worried about that, then it's different. Some guys that are really worried about those numbers, yeah, they can be perceived as childish or
it ain't the right guy.
Huh?
That guy that you friend zone could have been the guy that don't care what your body count is.
Yeah.
You done missed out. Because he boring.
Yeah. He boring. He not funny. But he got everything. But he got everything. He supports you mentally.
But you don't end up with the guy that you can't even tell your body count to because you know it's up.
So see, but that's my thing. And what I stand on when it comes to, do women friend zone the wrong guy? Yes, I do. Being a product of it and just kind of analyzing the situation, because I used to have female friends, and guess what? They tell me about all these situations. Then I'd be like, hey, listen, was he the wrong guy to friend zone? Yes. But I friend zoned him anyway because he was boring, this, that, and the other. But that's the same guy they chasing now. Same guy that they chasing. Years later, damn, that's the guy that I really wanted. But your friend zoned him. You should have took the Sonia Richardson approach and say, you know what? Yeah, it might be premature, but let me see if I can grow with this glue and make sure and see if it works. You understand? Because it could turn out to be a beautiful thing. And Sonia Richardson's her husband there, it's like a marriage to model. You know what I mean? Because of kind of how they started. And then she used her examples of with her friends. Oh yeah, they not married, they don't have nobody, or their relationship is shambles, or they married the wrong person, then they got divorced. Yes, guess what? That one guy or that two, you know what? Y'all have a whole lot of guys as y'all friends on. A whole lot. Never gave him a shot, but could have been the one. But why? At the end of the day.
They want somebody to tell them good morning every morning, but the dude that texts them good morning every morning, he the bugaboo. I get a good morning text from this dude every morning.
Oh, it's not necessarily about.
They don't like it. I mean, but sometimes let's be real. That shit kind of low key be kind of corny, dog. That low.
No. I ain't a good morning every morning kind of guy. But that's what the thing is that that's the precedent for your relationship. The person you're with, I need a good morning from you every morning. Why, when you're in the dating and the talking stage, why was that too much or annoying? Because you got it from the person that you didn't want it.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, okay. So we're in with another message here. It's not necessarily about the guy at hand, but it's about protecting the reputation of the woman. What reputation? Like, explain that to me. Okay, let me see. Gotta navigate the situation wisely. Okay. What you say?
Elaborate. She gotta expound.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. About when you say protecting the reputation, like of the woman, or kind of.
If we talking about numbers and body count and all of that, then that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know that.
You got to protect your reputation in that sense. Like, you don't want nobody to you don't want your business in the street.
But who cares? Like the right person doesn't care about all that.
The right person doesn't care, but the majority care. The majority of people, period, in the world care about what people think.
Well, here's the thing though. If we live our truth, nobody can use that shit against us at the end of the day.
But how many people live in the truth?
Shit, that's a small ass number.
This is
a small number.
So it's a lot of people that care. There's a lot of people that you can hurt with words and how you feel and opinions and stuff. And it's at the end of the day, it's important.
But yeah, so what I stand on, like I mentioned, is initially that women do friend zone the wrong guy, because again, you look back and you say, you know what, that was the guy, that was the right woman, because He wasn't funny. He was boring. He was lame in high school. Lame in college. Now it's kind of like,
Bro,
damn,
just lame.
just lame all the way around. But he had some qualities that you can look for in a mate.
Had some transferable skills, man. You could have built you a man.
Transferable skill. So yeah, he like Mr. Irockshirts says, had those transferable skills. But guess what? At the end of the day, he was just that. But I get it. Not nice guys finish last. I get it. But those same guys, if they understand that concept and they start to kind of like stand up, be bold, and do some other things, guess what? They start to look more attractive to women. And then they come like, damn, you weren't like this when I met you in high school. You changed. No, I had to conform because I want to be taken seriously. And based on society's standards, guess what? This is what you women look at as, all right, well, this is how I'm gonna be taken serious because I'm not a runover, I'm not a pushover. You know what I mean? So, and we understand that. So that's what I stand on. So guys, we're gonna end it. We're gonna get off here. It's a little early for us. But I do want to say thank Irockshirts for blessing us with his business, what he got going on. He got an order, just for being on here from somebody. Look, he already placed the order down. He working at the same time. And as I mentioned, guys, let's take a few things away from what we basically discussed. Can you start a business at the same time having a full-time job? Yes, you can. Can you leave generational wealth for your kids starting a business? Yes, you can. And there's no actual excuse to why you shouldn't start a business because time, listen, 24 hours, you can get a lot accomplished in 24 hours as long as you manage your freaking day properly. You understand? Set a calendar, set boundaries with people, and guess what? You can get these things accomplished. It's no excuse. You know what I mean? Everybody in America should own a business if they knew what the tax benefits were in owning the business. Because guess what? You are taxed highest as an employee having a 9-to-5 job than you are owning a business. Most people know that?
Sure.
No, they don't. You understand? Keeping your receipts and everything. I could go on and on about this, but I'm not. That's a different, segue or something. We can have a whole interview about that. Y'all can interview me. How about that? I'll talk briefly about it. Royal Ink. She got something else. Hold on. Thinking about the spray the clubs scenario. A woman who makes too many approaches in a public setting can invite the wrong attention and could be counterproductive. I'm not against women approaching men, but we have to use more discretion and a more keen. Let me see. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with that. Like you can't be just spraying the club up. Yeah. Be selective. Pick out a few guys that you might want to approach. Yeah, you can't approach everybody because guess what? Not a reputation down. She went up to all these other dudes in all these sections and she asking everybody for a drink or can they come? She keep going, whatever the situation is. Yeah, I agree. Be very selective, but you can all right, pick 1 or 2 guys a night that you gonna club in and be like, all right, let me holler at you. Guys, they may approach 10 or 12 or even more. So guess what? Because we got to get there because we know that probability of what us saying no when a woman is going to be higher. You know what I mean?
Say something to that man.
Huh?
If it need to be said, say it. If you smell good, if you like his shoes, if you like his hat, say it. Never know where that could go. It could go nowhere, or that could be the person walking you down the aisle. Say it.
Just say it. And that's why I kept saying men know what to do with it. Once they get the rock, meaning like once they get
open that door, I'm gonna walk through it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Guys can be creepy. Yes, they can be. You gotta dodge. I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand
that.
But for women, all right. Here's the thing: women, you can use your intuition when it comes to you can watch it, guys. Some women they watch guys and watch how they kind of talk to other women or how they approach. You can read the room. Women, you can read the room too.
You can read the room too.
You know what I mean? You ain't got to just be all right. Damn, I like how he dancing, or I like how he approaching women and doing his thing. You can read them. You ain't just picking guy. All right, let me see who got on the Jordan 500s. All right, let me pick him. Like you ain't just read the room. You know what I mean? That's how you can be very selective, calculated at that. So you do have the ability to do that. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm standing on, guys. With that, again, thank Irockshirts for coming on, blessing us with
appreciate y'all. 50% off. I stand on that. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go to 2:00. So 50% off all
Hey,
orders.
listen.
He gave you
Anybody
extra
that's
30
on
minutes.
right now, 2:00, 50% off the
I
entire
appreciate y'all
website right
fellas
now.
for having me. I tune in every week. I drop by every week. Everybody should do the same. For the people
sir.
that came over and joined the podcast, for me, this is I stand on that. I hope y'all like the show. Y'all should follow, etc., etc. But I appreciate y'all for having me. Thank you.
No, indeed, man. It was a blessing having you on and blessing us with your experience, your journey, and I'm pretty sure. Listen, it's gonna project and it's gonna go up. Paro, you getting there too, sir. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure y'all can get together, feed off each other, and talk some business, and possibly do a collab. You never know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what it's all about. So until next time, guys. I don't have the official date, but I will be broadcasting that. We're gonna have our mental health splashes on the show. So she's gonna give us some gems on mental health. She has her own practice. She's been doing it for about 2 years. She came up on her 2-year anniversary. So like last month, or I think this month. So she's gonna give us some gems. Like I said, I'm highly excited about that. And basically we brought you the first interview, Irockshirts, on season 3. So there you go. Get your badge of honor. Give you your flowers. Keep grinding. Keep doing it. Keep time, managing that time, and all that good stuff, man. So until next time, guys. We'll see y'all on the flip side.